Hey guys, Josh with LinkSpider. So we're continuing on our test of the Google Pixel tablet using the Mevo Multicam application, and we've added a few things. Just to summarize, if you haven't seen the previous videos, a 2023 Google Pixel tablet primary camera is a Panasonic GH7 connected to a Zowie box that's feeding the video to our primary network via a wired connection. And we've added 3 additional items. So these are the 3 cameras available from Mevo. You've got the Mevo Core, the 2024, you've got the Mevo Start that came out in 2020, and the original Mevo, well, not the original, the Mevo Plus. There was another one prior to that. We don't have one of those. This was a 4K camera, 1080p camera, and the Mevo Core is a 4K micro four thirds with an external lens mount. We've got a 14 to 42 lens on there right now, and we've got them set up with picture-in-picture, and obviously these are not very usable, but what we're trying to do is we're trying to see how this, we know the Mevo Multicam app works, and we know it works with all of these devices. And we didn't know if it would work with adding a higher-end camera to that as well, so we've basically got 4 devices. We've got picture-in-picture that adds a bit of load to the tablet as well, and we're currently running somewhere between 20 and 25% CPU load, and as you recall from some of the other videos, we've used an iPad Pro M4 that certainly has a lot more hardware to handle this. But our desire is to get back into the Google infrastructure, and this tablet is what we're hoping will get us there. In order to do that, we have had to use a wired connection because the wireless radio on this tablet just is not keeping up. But the reason why we're doing this video is so that we can add that load and see if we're able to record without frame drops. These are 1080p recordings. They're direct recordings to the tablet. And that should be the hardest load that you could represent. So anyhow, all right, Josh with LinkSpider, and we're back with another test. Again, Mevo Multicam using the Google Pixel tablet, Panasonic GH7 with the Zowie box on a wired network. The previous video we added the 3 Mevo cameras, and we've since added a 4th camera, and this is using a Google Pixel 9 Pro smartphone running the Mevo Go app, and we've got that Mevo Go camera mounted, pointed directly at our tablet. You can see this down here, and we'll try to get that in a larger frame. And you can see things are a little bit slower now that we've added that Mevo Go, but this is the primary feed. I'm not going to turn all my pictures off. One of the things that we've asked Mevo to do is to create scenes. And scenes would allow you to create a combination of a primary camera with some pictures and some graphics, and to be able to save that as a scene, as a configuration, and then have another one. So let's say we wanted a scene that had the primary camera with a couple of pictures, and we wanted to go to just one shot, a different camera, a single shot. In order to do that in this environment, we would have to turn off all the pictures individually and go to that, and it's not very clean. I know scenes is something they're working on. Mevo, if you're listening, we really need that. But anyhow, as you can see from this, maybe you cannot see, we're currently at 23 to 27, so the camera added a little bit of CPU load. I did notice in some of my initial framing that I was seeing some ghosting on the primary camera, and ghosting is where the network is struggling to keep up just a little bit, and you'll see the old location and the new location. And so certainly, and I think I just saw one there, and so certainly each device that you continue to add is going to increase this. So okay, last test of the day, we've swapped back over to the iPad M4. This, for all intents and purposes, we've done this test before, except for the addition of the Panasonic GH7 with the Zowie box. We've done this test with the Panasonic GH7 interfaced with a USB to HDMI adapter, but not one that's feeding through NDI. So that certainly is new. And I can say, while this test on the Google Pixel tablet was what we would call a failure. There's too much ghosting. The device was just too unstable to handle that number of connections, and I think really the Go application really does add quite a bit of resources to the process. I can tell you that when I started this just a minute ago, I did see just a little bit of ghosting. So certainly this tablet, the iPad, is handling the load substantially better than the Google tablet did, but it still did have a bit of delay. So again, as you continue to add devices, you're going to see some artifacts and some things that maybe just don't keep up all the time. And really, in this environment, so a primary camera with 4 pictures in pictures, it is not really something that's usable for gameplay anyhow. It's going to cover up too many things. So really, adding this many picture in picture is just to see how it's going to handle. But being able to swap back and forth between all those views, and then having a primary view with maybe 1, 2 at the most picture in picture, or maybe even a graphic on the side. But again, we expected the results of the iPad to do as well as it's doing, but we certainly needed to test it side by side in the same conditions. So again, last video of the day. I'm not sure how we're going to compile all of these. They may be individual, may be compiled into a single video, but just to summarize, testing the comparisons between the Google Pixel Tablet 2023 device and the iPad M4 2024 device. Actually, iPad M4 Pro 2024 device. Not an apples to apples, but certainly one that we want to get Android back into our process. So again, this is the kind of stuff that we do. We do make a bracket to mount cameras to the fence, but we also like to test the devices that we recommend to our customers so that you don't have to spend your money and experiment with something that we've already proven or disproven. So if there are things that you want to see that we're not doing, reach out and we'll get the job done. Talk to you later. Thanks, guys.